In 1966, two men were found dead on a hill in Brazil. They were lying side by side, dressed in formal suits, raincoats, and wearing strange, homemade lead masks over their eyes. There were no signs of violence, no struggle, no wounds, just two bodies, and a mystery that still hasn't been solved. The case became known as the lead masks case, and the deeper you go into it, the stranger it gets. The two men were identified as Miguel José Viana and Manuel Pereira da Cruz. Both were electronics technicians. Smart, experienced. Not the kind of people who just wander off and die in the hills for no reason. On August 17th, they told their families they were heading to Rio de Janeiro. They said they needed to buy materials for work. They never came back. Days later, their bodies were discovered on Vintem Hill, a remote, grassy area overlooking the city. At first glance, nothing seemed unusual, until investigators took a closer look. Both men were fully dressed in suits, despite the heat. They wore waterproof coats, and on their faces were thick, hand-cut lead masks. The masks had no eye holes, they weren't designed to see through. Which raises the obvious question, why would anyone willingly cover their eyes in a remote location and stay there? Next to the bodies, police found a small notebook. Inside was a short, cryptic message. 16:30. Be at the specified location. 18:30. Ingest capsules. After effect, protect metals, wait for signal, mask. That was it. No explanation. No names. No details. Just instructions. And then another discovery. An empty water bottle. A towel. And no sign of the capsules mentioned in the note. Toxicology reports couldn't determine a clear cause of death. No poison was confirmed. No trauma. No obvious explanation. It was as if they had simply laid down and died. Naturally, theories began to spread. Some believed the men were involved in secret scientific experiments. Others thought it was a failed attempt at contacting extraterrestrial life. Because here's where things take another turn. Both men had been part of a group interested in spiritualism and paranormal communication. They believed in contacting higher intelligences, receiving signals, transcending normal human limits. The phrase in the note, "Wait for signal," suddenly took on a very different meaning. Was this some kind of ritual? Did they believe they were going to receive a message? Or even be transported somewhere else? And what about the lead masks? Some speculate they were meant to protect against radiation or bright light. But again, if that's the case, why cover their eyes completely? Why remove the ability to see at all? There were also reports of strange lights seen in the sky around that time, bright objects hovering over the hill. Witnesses claimed they moved silently, but no evidence ever confirmed this. And then there's the money. Before they left, the men had taken a large sum of cash with them. But when their bodies were found, the money was gone. No robbery signs, no suspects, just gone. So now the mystery deepens. Were they victims, participants, or something else entirely? Police investigated for years, but leads dried up. Witnesses contradicted each other. Evidence was limited, and eventually the case went cold. No arrests, no clear cause of death, no confirmed explanation. Just two men lying on a hill in suits, wearing lead masks, following instructions that no one understands. To this day, the lead masks case remains one of the strangest unsolved mysteries in history, because nothing about it makes sense. Not masks, not the note, not the lack of evidence, and especially not the reason they were there in the first place. Were they trying to make contact with something beyond our understanding? Did they believe they would survive whatever happened next? Or did they know exactly what they were doing, and something went horribly wrong? We may never know. But one thing is certain. People don't just climb a remote hill, cover their eyes, follow cryptic instructions, and die without a trace of what happened, unless they believed something was waiting for them. And whatever that was, never left any answers behind. If you enjoy strange unsolved mysteries, check out the next video on your screen.